What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the Sneider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
How are things in La La Land, man? How's it hanging? How hot is it? What's the deal out there, man?
It's hot. I was just out by the pool until like 3 minutes ago, so like my eyes are still adjusting. It was so bright. Yeah, I've just been typing all day out there.
Oh wow, yikes! You have one of those screens that doesn't reflect the sun? That's amazing. That's amazing.
I squint. I have good eyesight that will soon be bad eyesight.
Yeah,
probably wearing glasses for real.
You'll get surgery as well. We got so much to get into here in the world of entertainment as Jeff finishes off the last of his chips there. There's so much happening. We had some news break just the last few minutes, so we'll talk about that shit as well. But we're gonna get into some movie stuff, some trailer stuff, some TV stuff. Alan Ritchson putting hands on people. We got a lot to talk about on this show. So much to get into. But remember, the Streamlabs and Super Chat support the show. Very important stuff here. Send in your love, send your questions, thoughts, and comments. And remember, Jeff's got something to break a little bit later on in the show, so you want to stick around for that as well and send in your love through your support as well. All right, let's get into the first one. Jeff, this broke maybe less than an hour ago, but Ryan Gosling will be leading the new Daniels film here. I don't know if you saw this already, but it is happening here. Daniel Scheinert, Daniel Kwan, of course, the guys who did Everything Everywhere All at Once, are now have now cast Ryan Gosling to star in the film. His role is being kept under wraps, and the film is supposed to come out on November 19th of 2027 via Universal. Of course, it's all coming off the heels of Project Hail Mary, The Fall Guy, and Barbie. So what a get for the Daniels. And is this a nice move here for Ryan to go into maybe even further into Oscar territory, assuming Project Hail Mary will probably get nominated?
I mean, we'll see, whether Project Hail Mary goes the distance. But this is a huge thing for him, for Universal, for the Daniels. That's going to be an expensive movie, right?
Yes.
Like Everything Everywhere All at Once is a cheapy movie. They're looking at $150 million for this next project, and you need a giant movie star to anchor that.
Yeah.
So I think Gosling is obviously red hot right now. He's going to be coming off of the Star Wars movie.
Right, Starfighter, yes.
Like, he's going to be as big as he ever will have been. And so, the timing is going to be perfect for this Daniels movie. I think it's a good choice for him, working with guys who are coming off, like, their Oscar. Everybody wants to work with them.
Right.
They have a really interesting aesthetic, whether you like it or not. He's a bit of a weirdo himself, Ryan.
Yes, true.
I think kind of like a match made in heaven.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. There's no plot details, but Daniel Kwan recently confirmed that the film is, quote, a fun sci-fi action comedy with a big heart. And that's essentially what we just saw in Project Hail Mary. We know that Ryan, in interviews, has said that he's kind of moved away from the darker stuff like Drive, Blue Valentine, because he's a dad now, wants to focus on more kind of like 4-quadrant type movies. And so it seems like this seems to fit where he's going career-wise as well. Another big blockbuster film. A film that's got a message, a film that's got, like I said, a fun action comedy. So this seems to be perfect for Ryan to make this move and he's becoming the new Tom Hanks. It seems like, Jeff, I don't know if I'm saying that, if I'm speaking out of turn, but it certainly feels like he is now becoming this generation's Tom Hanks. What are your thoughts on that? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think he's kind of he's like a cross between Hanks and Cruise, because he can still do action in a way that Hanks, I think, could.
Right. Good point.
And I also think Hanks could do rom-com, right?
True.
He's very charming. Women love Tom Hanks.
True.
They didn't want to fuck Tom Hanks like Gosling, right? He has a certain sex appeal that I think Tom Hanks lacks, which I think gives him an added edge.
I don't know, brother. I don't know. I think you should talk to more women about this. I think that there's a fuckable quotient for Tom Hanks. I think there is a fuckable quotient for prime Tom Hanks. Remember Bachelor Party? Come on, Jeff.
Tom Hanks is making love. Tom Hanks is making love. He's not fucking. Ryan Gosling's fucking.
All right. Tom Hanks 90s making love. Tom Hanks 80s is getting freaky. I'm just putting that out just putting that out there for you. Okay. But what do you think? I mean, this is filmed, by the time it comes out, it'll have been 5 years since Everything Everywhere All at Once. So kind of interesting to take that much time to do your next project.
I love how Bill Simmons has like all these categories, and I'm like, did he fuck or not? Like, that's my category. Sorry, what did you say?
We might need to add that to our show.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, it's been, by the time this comes out, it'll have been like 5 years since Everything Everywhere All at Once. So it's kind of surprising that they took this long to get this off the ground, get it going.
How long did Project Hail Mary take?
3 years, according to Ryan, or 6 years, according to Ryan. Six years, right?
6 years. Lord and Miller signed on basically in May 2020.
Yeah.
So 6 years, like, greatness takes time. And I thought it was good. I really wanted to get the fucking newsletter out before the show.
Oh,
I was like 9 sentences away from doing
why?
it.
You should have said something. We could have waited 15 minutes.
Everyone's here at 4. What am I going to do? Say I need 15 more minutes for this, and then like, what if I don't get it done in 15 minutes? Like, okay. But I have a full review of Project Hail Mary. I jumped out a Dorito. I have a full review coming, and I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like great. Did you think it was great?
Yes, I think it's already a Best Picture contender, hands down. That's already a Best Picture contender.
It's a contender for a nomination. I don't think it's.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, nomination. I don't think there's going to be 9 better movies than that movie, or 10 better movies than that movie to knock it out of the contention.
No, and again, it was really charming, a real crowd pleaser. Gosling was great. I just, I had some problems with it, here or there, and those will be in the review.
I think he'll get nominated as well. I think there's a very strong possibility he gets nominated. We'll see.
Possible for sure. I did that. Like, again, I've only published once this week, but I've been prepping so many issues, and I played out the Oscars 2020 Oscars. John, I don't. I do have him on there as of now, but I don't know that he's like a lock.
It could be him and Robert Downey Jr. and possibly not Robert. Sorry, him and Matt Damon and Timothée Chalamet. 3 guys from 3 big movies could be nominated here instead of more of the smaller type stuff. So we'll see.
I guess I do have all of them right now, along with 2 others. So it happen.
Could be an interesting year.
Just never know. Guys like Sebastian Stan in that Fjord movie that from Christian Mungiu. There's a lot of other fringe contenders.
Certainly. Okay, so I'm with Jeff. I'm with you. I did my review earlier. I put it out earlier this week. I'm doing reviews more and more on my channel. I did not like this movie. Did you like this movie? Oh,
this is a stinky movie.
Ready or Not 2 stunk. Agreed.
It's just, again, it comes down to writing for me. I just thought that this was so like, we're going to take this the John Wick route, and there's like a high council, and it was just like, no, this was stupid.
So dumb.
This is a one joke movie, just like the first one. Kind of, the first one was definitely better.
Yes.
But like, it's just exploding people. Like,
yeah.
You got anything else?
Yeah. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. I think Samara Weaving is the only reason to see this movie. She was exceptional in the film. Catherine Newton looked like she was just counting her money while she was there. And everyone else is such a lower level of talent coming on to play these characters that they were pretty boring to see in the film. Whereas in the first film, they were much more interesting characters, and the story that was being told, I thought everyone there was so much better. The stupidity was to go, as you said, going that next round where it's like fucking John Wick was so dumb. It should have been just another family in another situation with that. And so, just didn't work overall. It's such a shame. Shame.
Here's the thing. I actually found it uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
And I watch all kinds of like horrible things being done to women, but like Sean Hattie.
Yeah. Like that was brutal.
It's like, why? This is supposed to be a fun horror movie.
Yeah.
He was just like beating women, even the way he takes out, a character close to him.
Yeah.
It's just a level of violence that, and I realize we're talking about a movie in which like people just like spontaneously combust.
Yeah, but it's played for laughs.
It did not fit the movie.
Yeah, it completely didn't. It came out of nowhere. And the female empowerment moment that happened right before that happened also came out of nowhere. It was like, wait, all of a sudden, after all the things you've done, it's like, well, I've had to do them. I was like, where's this coming from? It was so effing dumb. I
think that also, which is a similar problem that I have with a TV show that comes out tonight. the rules are not very clearly defined.
What TV show is that? Can you say?
I don't really want to draw a comparison
Okay.
between the two, even though it's pretty clear. Like they made
Okay.
you wear a bride dress in this movie again,
Oh,
and then there's a show involving a bride coming out tonight. Yeah, I just found that the rules were not
yeah.
full. If you're gonna do that, you really have to make the rules clear, and they were a little too wishy-washy,
Yeah.
particularly in this.
Yeah, I agreed. I was surprised. Sean Hatosi, just all over the place. The whole thing was just ridiculous. The only good thing was Elijah Wood and Cronenberg's cameo. I thought Cronenberg's cameo was fun, but other than
And I mean, yeah, it was fun, but like it was also like overhyped. Like the guy like was in it for like 2 fucking seconds. I thought he was gonna have a real role. The whole like twins thing. So it's like, wait a second, every family is gonna have one person, but this family gets 2 because they're twins. Babies aren't born at the same fucking time. One of them is older.
Yeah. Why do they both get to go when only one member of each of the families? Yeah, it's so dumb. It's just so dumb.
It isn't a fair fight. There's a lot of just like stuff like that. And again, same writers as Scream 7. I haven't liked any of Radio Silence's movies. I thought they came out of the gate with that short film in VHS really strong. And just everything they've done, I don't love it.
Yeah, I'm higher than you on them, but yes, this is one of their stinkers for sure. But let's go back to what we were talking about with Project Hail Mary. Jeff, there's supposedly a sequel in the works now. Are you surprised by this at all? Do you think this is going to happen? This according to THR's insiders, that discussions are about a potential sequel already underway. Nothing's been officially confirmed, but apparently, according to them, Amazon MGM is eager to move forward. But isn't Andy still writing this book? So is this a George R.R. Martin situation? What do you think?
He's not even writing the book. He's working on a different project.
There you go.
He supposedly has an idea for a sequel to this book.
Okay.
But again, I'm naming all these movies in my newsletter tonight. E.T.
Yeah.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes, great films.
Arrival. Interstellar. Do any of these movies have sequels?
Nope.
No, they don't.
Even what was the Sandra Bullock one? Gravity. No sequel.
I understand the instinct to, as soon as you have a hit, say, and we've got a sequel coming.
Right.
Well, where's Barbie 2? You know, like, I don't think there could be a sequel 10 years from now, but I don't think it's going to be an immediate priority for anybody. It feels like this story, like Ryan Lynn Grace's story was told. What are we going to do? Send him back up into fucking space? Like have like alien, like Rocky's species come to Earth? Like the story's done. I don't sequel.
I don't disagree with you. I think the story is done and should be its own thing. And you should let it marinate for a while. As you said, 10 years, maybe revisit it down the road, which would be great. But for now, let it be, because then it just becomes just a cash grab, which is crazy. Yeah. All right, let's move on to this other story that broke before we started here, Jeff, as well. We have ourselves our cast for the X-Files reboot from Ryan Coogler here. The pilot is set to film from May through June in Vancouver, and now comes words from Deadline that Himesh Patel and Daniel Deadwyler will be the David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson of this particular version. Gillian said she's had a few conversations with Coogler about possibly coming back, but we will see. But what do you think about this casting? Himesh Patel from Yesterday and a number of other films and shows, and Daniel Deadwyler under Ryan Coogler's direction.
That's caught me by surprise. I'll say I had not heard Himesh Patel. I hadn't even considered him or thought he would, get a role like that. I think this is a huge deal for him to be the male lead in Coogler's fucking X-Files series. Mm-hmm. He's a good actor. I haven't necessarily loved him in anything, but he also, I think, elevates most movies that he's been a part of that I've seen.
Yeah. I liked him in Don't Look Up. I really liked him in Yesterday, one of my closet favorite films.
I didn't see it.
British rom-com type movies. But he was good in Tenet. He'll be in Odyssey. So, and then he did Station 11. He did The Luminaries. So he's got experience on EastEnders. He's got experience on TV and on film. So, and I sat down with him years ago when I was at Collider for an hour. Really nice guy. So I'm cheering for him. But it's an interesting combo. And this is what supposedly is the story from the latest casting grids. The story could revolve around an investigation connected to indigenous communities, with characters including a Bureau of Indian Affairs, that's Native American Affairs, officer, a former biker trying to leave the gang life behind, and a missing woman tied to a young girl who may be at the center of the mystery. So interesting, but this is an interesting combo for TV. These are strong actors. You could see this as a true detective series, so it's a fascinating choice.
Yeah, I'm into it. I think it's gonna work. Just with that, it's the brand, right? It's X-Files.
Right.
It doesn't really matter who they cast. You're either watching it or you're not.
Yeah. One more thing, I'm going to bring up a screen grab of this. Vanessa Kirby and Yahya Abdul-Mateen are set for Apple's sci-fi thriller Liminal with Luis Leterrier directing, of all people. And this will be written by Justin Rhodes, who wrote Terminator Dark Fate. Apple's greenlit this as a sci-fi action thriller from Leterrier, and is based on the AWA graphic novel Telepaths. While the plot of the feature take is being kept under wraps, the source material takes place in a world where a tenth of the population suddenly gains telepathic powers as a result of electromagnetic disturbance. Jeff, you like this? Leterrier?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a kind of generic Apple sci-fi show. Yaya's doing a lot, right?
Yes, right.
Man on Fire, Wonder Man. They just renewed Wonder Man.
Yeah, for second season. Yes,
it's another series. I would like to see him do some more work on the big screen, but
yeah, isn't this weird? I was going to ask you that too. Like, this is a weird. Why does it keep going down to the TV? Like, let's get up to feature films, buddy. There's some good money to be had there. It's confusing.
Yeah, but I mean, he obviously has good taste in TV shows. Watchmen.
Sure.
Maybe this is just an undeniable idea or script. Like, this could be the next The Boys, in which case we'd be like, why didn't you sign on to that?
That's a fair point.
But with Leterrier, wasn't he supposed to do Fast and Furious?
Oh, well, yeah, he did Fast 10, but it looks like he's
on back for Fast 11. Watch them put somebody else on that movie. I don't know who it would be.
Yeah, Fast Forever or whatever. Yeah, that's what it's. Well, they just got the sixth writer to try to do a script on that thing. I don't know if we're ever seeing that.
You know who I'd love to see tackle that?
Who?
Mr. Bay.
Oh, Michael Bay in directing a Fast and Furious movie? 1 million.
Well, with a bang.
1 million%.
Go out with a B-A-Y-N-G, baby.
A bang. I love that idea. I think that would be amazing.
Yep.
Bring him on to do it, for God's sake.
And he could handle the egos, because when he's on the set, he has the biggest ego. Sorry, Vin Diesel.
Yeah, you never heard jack shit about Bruce Willis's ego or Billy Bob Thornton's ego on the set of Armageddon, because it was Michael Bay handling business. Agreed. But Leterrier is interesting, right? Because, I mean, I like this Incredible Hulk, but Now You See Me, did really well, but they didn't bring it back for any of the other installments. He did direct some episodes of Lupin, The Dark Crystal, which was really weird. Then Fast X. Takedown didn't do so well. I don't know anything about Tycoon. So, yeah, it's an interesting combo of people for an Apple show. Apple usually doesn't go for... They usually go for slightly better directors. So this is an interesting decision with Leterrier. So we'll see.
He's talented.
Yeah. I'm not saying he isn't.
Name feature director.
Sure. All right, well, let's get into this story here, Jeff. We got 465 people joining us. Thank you so much for everyone who's hanging out with us. We only have 6 super chats. Send in your love, your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along, people. It's your super chats, your Streamlabs that help us get going. Remember, the Streamlabs address is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video as well. Let's get into this here. Jumanji 3 has moved to Christmas Day, Jeff. Jumanji 3 has moved to Christmas Day. It was originally going to come out on December 11th. It is now moved to Christmas Day. This now leaves the weekend of December 11th open, and a lot of people are speculating whether Doomsday will not happen now on December 18th, and that Doomsday may move up a week to December 11th, possibly working out a deal with IMAX to get the screens for a week. But what are your thoughts on this, on the move? What are your thoughts on if it's moving? What are your thoughts on Jumanji? Give it all. What's up?
I feel like everything changed yesterday.
Well, it was today. It would change today. Go ahead, yes.
It all changed yesterday, and you know why?
Yeah. Why?
It had nothing to do with the movie calendar.
Okay.
What was announced yesterday?
Harry Potter.
Harry fucking Potter, Christmas 26th. Day.
Yeah, Christmas Day.
So everyone, it was like, why doesn't one of the movies move back to Christmas Day? Is that a smart move now with a Harry Potter show debuting? Or
I don't think so.
Are kids being like, hey, take me to the movies today? Or is everybody just staying in to watch HBO?
Yeah, it's a curious decision. I agree.
I mean, I guess it'll only be one episode, right?
I don't know how they're going to do it.
You think what could they it's got to be one episode. HBO doesn't drop like 2 or 3 at a time. They're not going to go all at once. They're going to milk it out.
I don't know. It's an 8-episode series.
You do 8 episodes and you end it in February.
You're going to run it through February? Okay. All right.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it wouldn't actually keep people away from movie theaters because it's just probably an hour.
Right.
It's not like something that they would be able to binge, but you have to factor that in now.
Right. Because what you're going to see is a lot of people who watch that episode, they're going to want to watch all the movies to compare and shit. So people are going to be doing that. A lot of hardcore Harry Potter fans are going to be doing that. So, but I do think it's Christmas Day. You want to go with your family to something. Jumanji 3 is about as safe as it gets. So I understand the logic. But do you think this was done because they were afraid? Or do you think they thought, well, let those two battle out. We'll be counted.
No, I do think that it's like you might why drop it December 11th and then on second weekend it just suffers like an 80% drop. Nobody's going to see the movie.
Oh, that's a great point. Yes.
Because they're going to see those other movies. Why not wait until everybody's seen those movies and then
right.
drop it? I mean, who knows? December's going to be a fucking bloodbath, and maybe Sony knows more than we do as far as like one of their plans to maybe move up into November.
Yeah,
because I do think that there is some real estate there. What I'm going to posit, I think, in an upcoming newsletter is like that J.J. Abrams movie.
Warner
Brothers.
The End of Oak Street?
No. The Great Beyond with Glen.
Oh,
Powell.
yes.
Right. Whether that switches dates with Dune.
Oh.
Because I could see that. I could see JJ and Glen Powell needing the Christmas corridor a little bit more than Dune needs it.
So you think Dune has more of a chance to move up than Doomsday does?
I do. I just
dude,
if you're Disney, like you've got fucking Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, like
right.
Let's tussle. You like, okay, you have the IMAX screens, good for you. Like
right.
Yeah, like if everybody's seeing our movie, it doesn't matter what fucking screen it's on. So I think it's gonna be very interesting to see who blinks. I still think that one of them will. I don't know if other concessions, certain concessions will be made one way or the other. We'll see. But I don't think it's like set in stone December 18th for both movies yet. We're gonna find out more at CinemaCon, I bet.
Yeah. Which both of us will be there at. I think it's. I was reading Screen Rant's breakdown. I want to give some credit here to Alex Harrison. He broke down using Greenlight Analytics and their tracking on Doomsday and on Dune 3. And by the way, this was before the Dune 3 trailer dropped, but their numbers show that Doomsday is of a higher attention statistically across the board percentage-wise, and that losing the IMAX screens is only going to cost them about 3.5% of their money. They might lose 3.5% of the potential box office when broken down because the film isn't shot for IMAX. It didn't use IMAX cameras. And so when films are converted to fit into an IMAX screen, they don't do as well as the films that are shot with IMAX cameras, which is what Dune 3 is. So it's the missing out on the IMAX isn't that big of a deal. So you might be right.
I agree with you that it's not that big a deal. Having said that, I could also foresee a scenario in which Doomsday moves up to
both of them.
No. The Avengers moves up to that Jumanji date, right? So it moves up a week.
Right, December 11th.
It does the IMAX stuff for that week.
Right.
And then loses the screens the following week to Dune. So, even though I think Dune is the one that should move and likely, likely could move, just given like the real estate on the calendar and the ability to swap with the J.J. Abrams movie, I still, Avengers could be the one that moves up. But if it moves, it would only be a week.
This is such a big conversation. What's the deadline? Like, what's the moment where a point of no return, where like what it's set in stone now? You think June, July?
I mean, it's tough to say. It's a game of chicken.
Yeah.
I think that somebody pointed out to me
Okay.
that in the past, Avengers movies have moved up 1 week.
Yes, they have done that.
And that's why they sort of expected that that's exactly what would happen again here.
Yeah, but that means you're scared, isn't it? Doesn't it make like show that you're scared to move up a week? You don't want to go to toe to toe with Dune 3. No, I get it. It's probably a smart business move, but it does kind of look like you're scared, to give in to Dune. Don't you think? You want me to say that again?
No. Yeah, well, maybe once more.
I was saying, don't you think that it might show that Marvel is scared if they move up a week because they don't want to go toe to toe?
Are you really like that's like a fun thing for us podcast nerds to like debate, and for like, I don't think you don't make a move, a move that could like have millions of dollars in financial impact because you're worried about being perceived as weak. Like when you make $1 zillion, like we'll see who's calling you weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Then again, sometimes movie studios are like, who's got the bigger cock in the room? You know that, so who knows?
Listen, momentum favors Dune. Like Dune is coming off a really good Dune 2. I thought it was a great movie. Oscar, like Marvel's down in like sort of the gutter, so like they have something to prove, and can't really afford a fuck up like this. But yeah, it makes no sense to me that these movies are going to open on the same day. Like I just don't buy it.
I wonder if the equation changes once we see Spider-Man. Like if Spider-Man comes out and is a absolute gangbuster film and does box office like crazy and people love the movie and it links up to Doomsday, does that give Doomsday a much stronger position to kick Dune 3 up to the 11th and Warner Brothers makes that move out of their own fear of the situation? I wonder. We'll see.
I think Spider-Man is going to do very, very well.
Yeah, it will. I think it's a billion at least. $1 billion at least. We will see. Okay, well, let's move on to, speaking of, do you want to do it now? We had 600 people. Should we do it now? 600? We do. We have 600 people watching us
on Twitter, and boom, people appear to show up.
Okay. Speaking of Marvel, Jeff, you've got something to break here on the show. Everybody strap in. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, so I'll put it this way. I wouldn't say this if I hadn't already said something about it. If it wasn't out there in the ether, right? I feel like there's a difference between reporting on certain things during pre-production, right? When somebody's casting up a movie, and then when they're testing a movie, or it's already wrapped and it's being shown to whoever, right?
Yeah. Hold on, Jeff. You're going in and out, guys. Is he going in and out? Can you hear him? Can you talk? You're kind of stuttering, right? Okay, there you go.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm on the right Wi-Fi and everything. I'm good. Okay. So yes, many months ago, a long time ago, I can't even remember when, I had reported that Sadie Sink was going to be Jean Grey.
Yes.
And I can't even remember who the source was on it. I can't even remember.
It was so long ago.
If it was legit or not, or what was up there. But so I put it out there. I think it made a lot of sense. I don't know if it spooked some people, but then people came out of the woodwork and they're like, "Oh, I don't know if that's 100% right. I heard she might be playing this person." So I don't know if there was some gamesmanship going on. Some like, Jeff stumbled upon whatever, and let's try to cover this up somehow or whatever. So I did walk it back, but I am now here to say,
yes,
it's true.
Wow, it's true.
I hear that she is in fact playing Jean Grey.
Wow. Okay.
To the point where this is a bet that's available on Kalshi now.
Woo!
I'm not going to say bet your home or your life savings on this, but I think it's pretty fair to bet. And you can, the odds right now are like, I don't know, 1.3 or 1.4x.
Right.
Listen.
So, yeah.
They want to introduce mutants, right? Now is the time. And Spider-Man is essential to the future of the MCU. Yeah. Even if it's owned by Sony. So I don't know. It makes sense. I think this is the right time. I think that she's really good casting. She's a future superstar.
Mm-hmm. So I looked up your report, your original report. You said you were hearing that Stranger Things star Sadie Sink is being eyed to play Jean Grey in the MCU. The story is not been confirmed, but comes from the same source who slipped me the Beatles list 6 months before the rest of the world caught up to the news. So that's who gave you the source, if you can pinpoint who that is.
Okay, I think I know who that is. Obviously, a good source.
Yes.
I forget why I walked it back. Then I forgot who was like, but anyways, I think I was onto something there. From what I hear,
right.
Now the movie is starting to, and then like they're still working on VFX and stuff like that. But I think you can take it to the bank that we're gonna see a new Jean Grey.
I see a lot of people in the comments going, "We knew that already." No, you fucking didn't. It was a rumor. People thought that. People have been speculating that, but no one has confirmed. Jeff is saying he is confirming 100% that she is Jean Grey. So
I mean, I with my own eyes, but like 99.9%, and now it's a lot more certain than I was a few weeks ago when I think I was asked that question on here. Right? It's like, here's some things, here's some other things. There's a lot of things here, but at this point, it's feeling pretty likely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because a number of people speculated, like including me, that she could be Mayday Parker. Other people have brought up Madeline Pryor as a possibility with the connections to some of the stuff with the X-Men. So we'll see. But you're saying confirmed.
And listen, I don't know if it's a reveal in the movie.
Right.
I'm not trying to spoil this movie. I don't know if it's ultimately going to be part of the marketing or part of interviews that Sadie ultimately grants.
Yeah.
I have seen that happen, obviously, multiple times in my career doing this, and it's always a little frustrating. But
yeah.
Again, because this was already out there, because I was the one to put it out there, because I was the one to walk it back, like it just felt like, all right, I should probably say something at this point.
It's time to square it away. Right, absolutely. Have you heard anything else, Marvel-wise, Doomsday-wise, anything else you heard in the wind that you can talk about, or you want to save it for your newsletter?
Anything Marvel-wise, you said?
Yeah, Marvel-wise. Yeah.
The only thing that I'd heard, again, with regards to Spider-Man was basically that, like, remember we were hearing those rumors of the older female villain?
Yes.
Those were, like, legit rumors. And I'd heard that basically Anne Hathaway passed.
Oh, wow.
And, what's her name? Sarah Snook passed.
Oh, what?
Once those two passed, Marvel was like, should we just beef up Jean's role a little bit? So I do think it's the script.
Oh,
sometimes you have to listen to the talent, and it's like if the talent's not responding to the character or role, and you're like surprised by that.
Yeah.
I think that they pivoted a little bit and beefed up Jean's role after that.
This is a great question. James Diesel official says, did they replace that character with Keith David? Because that's been the kind of conversation as we heard his voice in the trailer. He's being really coy about what his role is in the movie.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe they rewrote it, made it a smaller part, got an older man to play it instead of bringing an older woman to play it, and that's where they've gone. Yeah.
I heard that Hathaway and Snook were both offered the role and turned it down or whatever. Just like, to clarify on some of the Batman 2 stuff.
Yeah.
We've talked about certain actors who have been up for that role. The only two actors that I have been told by multiple sources who passed on the role were Stellan Skarsgård and Robert De Niro.
For Christopher Dent. Those are the only two that you've heard.
It was a conversation at the outset of things, right? But he never was formally offered the movie.
Neither was Daniel Craig?
And Daniel Craig, again, that's just something where, like, I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's legit, but obviously right now he's shooting the prison movie, Damien Chazelle.
Yes.
Imagine,
right.
Yeah, imagine that those shoots are going to overlap.
They released the first image of that. I didn't put it on the runner because it's just an image, but they released the first image today, I think, of that. So yeah, we'll see.
There's a lot of stuff released this week. I'm excited to talk about some trailers, but that's the news I wanted to share at this point.
There's your Marvel.
In fact, look legit, and it is a bet on Kalshi. And again, we have to talk about it with regard to Harry Potter, and we can talk about it next. But
let's do it. Yeah,
John, they say Christmas 2026 at the end of this trailer. The first thing I did was run to Kalshi because I knew that there was an active bet on that. And I just, anything that I had in my account, which was $100, I said, all on this movie is going to be, or this series is going to debut before January 1st, 2027. They already paid on it. And it's like,
wow.
It could get delayed next month and be like, yeah, we had a VFX snag.
Right.
Or, you know, one of the cast members molested some kids. So like, we got to cut him out now. It's going to take, like, who knows? There's all kinds of reasons that things get delayed. You know? Maybe a wizarding school gets shot up. I don't know. They already paid out on that bet. I was like, wow, like you're just giving out free money here.
Seems like I didn't know you could play Kalshi for that. So now I'm like,
you can bet all kinds of shit. Like, but it is dangerous. Like I bet. I think I bet on They Will Kill You. Right. It debuted on Rotten Tomatoes. Right, the first day, it's like 82%. And you're like, all right, I'll bet it's going to stay above 70. And then it just gets lower and lower and lower with more and more people who see it. And you're like, all right, you got me. Did you make a decent bank off the bet on Harry Potter or no? Did you make? I made $40. It was like,
wow, $40.
4x. So you bet 100 to win 140. Yeah, right. But if everybody did that, you're just handing out $40 to everybody. All they have to do is watch the trailer. It's right there, Christmas 2026. Oof. Okay, I will bet that. I
might have to shake down some sources and start putting some bets on Kalshi. Get some information.
There are guys who are betting Rotten Tomatoes scores, and they have it like down to a science. They're like,
wow.
I mean, it's crazy.
That could be corrupt. You could get a bunch of critics who are in on the scam.
Well, I did bet on Sadie Sink. Like I said, that's a thing right now, and I'm not going to bet that. Because I do feel like I have maybe insider information.
Sure.
Insider trading. So with Harry Potter, anybody could have made that bet, right? You don't have to be an insider. I am careful of certain things though, because it's like it's not worth going to jail for $40 or $60.
I don't think you go to jail for that because it's not the stock market. You're just having fun on a betting app. You know, I don't think
insider trading.
Is it considered insider trading?
I think it is. I think that Mr. Beast's guy is being like indicted.
Oh, right? Is that what he's in trouble for? Oh, I didn't know that. This is why I stay away from betting, man. I stay away from the stock market. I stay away from betting. I don't want to get involved.
Huh? You can bet. You should bet on this Sadie Sink thing. I mean, I think it's like 1.3 or 1.4 right now.
Anything to do with betting, man. I don't. I'll get addicted. Know me. I'll keep chasing that dragon.
Addicted.
I can't do it.
Addictive personality.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to this story, Jeff. Your girl, Sydney Sweeney, she is welcoming Kirsten Dunst for the sequel to The Housemaid, which made nearly $400 million worldwide, shocking my ass. Lionsgate has announced that Kirsten Dunst will join Sydney Sweeney. It's called The Housemaid's Secret. It starts filming this fall. It's based on Frida McFadden's second book in her Housemaid series, and Paul Feig is returning as the director. So now these are two films that Kirsten has attached herself to that will make money, this film and Minecraft 2. So your thoughts on this? Yeah, you're out of chips, buddy. Come on.
Doritos gods!
It's almost like you could have planned ahead and there were stores around you. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Your thoughts on it?
All right. Kirsten Dunst. I love it.
Okay.
She probably would have gotten my vote for Best Supporting Actress last year for Roofman.
Oh, right.
She has now parlayed that into this double reward of two studio sequels, Housemaid 2, Minecraft 2, Payday City.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I know some of the names that were circling the Housemaid 2. I don't need to throw out those names or anything.
Okay.
But she's certainly of, the caliber of actress that they were looking for.
Yes.
I think it's a cool role. I've read a little bit about, the characters in that story.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of The Housemaid. Did you see it yet?
I have not seen it yet. No, I've not seen that or the Melania doc, so I'll have to put those on my list to do reaction videos to.
Why are you pairing those?
But why would I pair those? I don't know. But go ahead.
Don't be silly. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with The Housemaid. It was a blast.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a John Roca movie, but yeah, the sequel is a big deal. So I thought it was a good get for Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
And yeah, she classes up the movie a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, so he says, no shit, John. Someone turned 100,000 into a couple million. Yeah. That's why I don't bet. I don't bet. It's insider trading. I don't like it. I like the idea for Kirsten Dunst on this going into the Housemaid sequel. I think this is great for her. Fuck yeah. I mean, she's done a lot of independent films. She's done her time on that side of the fence. Let her go get a few paydays. Why not? She's a damn good actress. And this will be, I think, if I'm Sydney Sweeney, I'm excited to go toe-to-toe. Amanda Seyfried was a very worthy actress to go toe-to-toe with. I'm trying to grow as an actress. Let's take on Kirsten Dunst. Let's see what we can do together. Let's see what we can create. So I think this is only positive for Sydney Sweeney to develop her even more as an actress and for Kirsten to make that money. And the Minecraft movie, same thing. Make that money. Have a good time, man. Enjoy your life.
This is what I was hinting at last week when I said that I don't think Kirsten Dunst is done eating.
You did say that.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good point.
Is what I was getting at, folks.
You didn't mean chips. All right. Well, let's move on to some trailers here. You mentioned this, so let's get into it. The Harry Potter trailer dropped this week here. We got ourselves some nice shots of him there in the outfit. I don't know who that is. I guess I just picked that up out of the internet. We also got our first shots of Severus Snape, Papa Isiadu. Someone calling him Severus Snoop. I've seen Wesley Snape. What are your thoughts on this trailer? Do you like it? What are your thoughts here?
I have not seen either of those. They are kind of funny, but
yeah.
Rude.
Well, in a positive way. I mean, it's not being compared to something negative. Wesley Snipes a badass. So Snoop. So yeah.
I have no problem with the black Snape. Like
neither do I.
Why people are so sensitive about that kind of stuff. Again, we're on total opposite sides here, so I'm so curious to hear what you think. I have no emotional investment in this franchise. I don't care at all about the 3 original stars. I don't care about I don't care. This trailer got to me. That's what I want to hear. Did the trailer get to you? Second time. I watched it again last night, and I was tearing up. I thought it was a very well done trailer. And I would actually watch the show, whereas before I don't think I was planning on it.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, let me tell you my expertise. For those of you who don't know, and some of you don't know, I was once a wand keeper at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios for 2 years before I got into this business. Currently, that's me there on the screen.
You got a lot of chicks in that job, by the way.
I mean, I'll keep my mouth shut on that. I did all right. This wand keeper ate at the park. Anyway, the whole situation, though.
Free admission, guys.
Wingardium take them off. So anyway, listen. The situation is this. I loved this trailer, dude. It was dark in the right ways that I love stuff to be dark. The way it was shot here, I really enjoyed as well. There's more of a sense of darkness to it all, in terms of evilness to it all. Petunia cutting his hair, telling him you're never going to be anything. You're not meant to be anything. A lot of people have heard that in their lives, so there's a connectability to that. I like that they showed the different teachers in the way that they did as a teaser. The shots of the school were really cool as well. But overall, this felt like a much more serious approach to the Harry Potter stuff that, to me, gets me excited. And you can see Francesca Gardner and Mark Mylod's Succession bones all over this, man. Succession energy all over this, and that excites me. So I hear you, man. I hear you. Plus the shots of the Quidditch stuff, all of that looks really cool. So I'm in, man. I'm in.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I need to see this person as this, I just didn't. It can feel new to me, and that's what I think that you have to do.
Yeah,
to reach new audiences is you can't be afraid to recast iconic roles.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Everybody was shitting on this yesterday. I felt like unfairly, just because they're have such a bond with the original franchise. I said something that was like fuck JK, because JK is obviously a very anti-trans, and I'm big on trans rights.
Yes, as am I. Yes.
I do not agree with her, and the some guy on the right jumped on me, and then I called him a right-wing piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have a problem with Republicans, right?
Yeah.
But every Republican is a right-winger.
Right. Right.
Right. So I just thought it was important to make that distinction.
I agree. There's MAGA, and then there's the Republicans. I think there's two different things, and those are the people you're dealing with, and it's frustrating when you deal with that shit. So, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I thought in the end it accomplished what it's supposed to accomplish. I think for the people who are open-minded, I think there was a real interest in this. Like you weren't even interested in this. You saw the trailer, you're like, well, maybe I will give this a shot.
Right.
That's who they want. because they know all the screaming Potterheads who
They're
say
gonna
they don't
watch
want this. They're
Right.
gonna fucking watch.
Exactly.
Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling video game that year, with all the crying about J.K. Rowling. By the way, legitimate complaints, okay? But all the crying about it, it still was the number one game because they'll whine, but then they'll get it because they love Potter.
Yeah, a lot of people being like, I'm not even going to watch this trailer. J.K. Rowling's in it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm like, bullshit.
They're like low-key watching.
I separate the art from the artist, and that goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Artists I like, we're like, I'll see a new Woody Allen movie if it looks good to me.
Right.
When I see Woody Allen movies, look like shit. But if it looks good, I'll go see it. I don't have a problem with seeing it.
Right.
I don't have a problem with watching this either, even though I don't like J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Let's hit some other trailers here, brother. We got their first look at the end of Oak Street. This one from, was it David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows. This one with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway as the parents of a family here dealing with how their streets and their area has been moved, which was the big reveal in the trailer. I knew nothing about this, Jeff, at all until I watched the trailer, and other than the name, right? But then now I'm in.
Go back to that image for a second, Sean.
Sure.
Do you guys see what the kids are looking at there? They're actually looking at Alan Ritchson beat the shit out of the neighbor.
No, stop it. No.
That's what's happening at the end of Oak Street, a motherfucking beatdown. What a video. Oak Street, actually don't mind the title swap, even though
was it Flowervale Street? Was that what it was before?
Flowervale Street has more personality than Oak Street, but I like the end of Oak Street because it works multiple ways.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought that was actually clever.
Yeah.
The trailer, it's a teaser. I didn't love it. I didn't love the teaser. From producer,
I think it did the job. Don't you think? No.
Yeah, it whet your appetite. It's like, was that a dinosaur I just saw?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a dinosaur outside their home? Like, what's going on here?
Right.
And then the last shot, obviously, where it's like, they're on the end of the world, or I don't know what the fuck is going on there. It was intriguing, and that is the point of a teaser. But it wasn't a home run, I didn't think.
Is this based on a book or anything like that? Or what is this?
No.
Original? Is this original?
I'm pretty sure it is an original.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so this trailer was half as entertaining as the Alan Ritchson video. I mean, I get it. You're the neighbor.
Yeah.
3 people on motorcycles who are maybe going faster than you'd like. It's loud. You're like, what the fuck is going on? I thought I told you guys to knock it off yesterday.
Are you talking about this now? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right. Let's
Get
bring it up.
in the middle of it, to come out into the street, basically cause Ritchson to fall off his motorcycle.
Yeah.
And basically taunt him into kicking your ass in front of his children. Chef's kiss.
Yeah. I love that the cops said, we're not going to press any charges.
There's no charges to press there.
The moron came out today and was like, well, I'm not going to pursue any charges. Like, bitch, you can't pursue anything that the cops won't follow up on. So what are you talking about? So I thought this was great. And a little justice for Alan Ritchson. This dude just came out and wanted to antagonize him and got his ass kicked for it. And they made it such a big deal. He punched him 2 or 3 times. The dude was able to get up just fine, come back sticking his finger in Ritchson's face. So he did not beat the shit out of him. He just gave him a couple of punches. Yeah, cut him up a little bit. But if he beat the shit out of him, he wouldn't have been able to move. That's
some love tabs from Alan Ritchson. I think goes a long way. But who in their right mind would pick a fight with that guy?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do
you think he knew who it was?
1,000,000%.
You have to know. You're a neighbor. You're like, oh yeah, Reacher lives down the street. Yeah,
totally. And it probably wasn't the first time he's come down there with his bikes, and this guy maybe had enough, maybe wanted some attention.
And the guy's in his head. If I can egg him on into a confrontation,
I'll make some money.
Woman get some money. But yeah, when he laid his hands on him first,
game over, bro.
Game on, and then game over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the invitation he's looking for. It's like the vampire who can't come into your home.
Yeah. Wait, what was Roxy's take? Skywalker, let me know what Roxy's take on it. I didn't see Roxy's take on it. Let me know what she said. But yeah, and also the dude is MAGA. He sent his video to TMZ with the MAGA hat hanging in the background. So, and we know Ritchson is anti-MAGA, so I wonder if there was an element of that to it. I don't know, but either way, why are you fucking with a guy that size just because he's riding his bike through the neighborhood?
Who's letting their kids ride these bikes though? Like, this is so dangerous. It is.
Jeff, you sound like an old man now. Young kids are riding this kind of shit all the time.
Bro. Don't condone it. Okay, guys, I don't condone
don't condone it. That's funny.
If you guys see me on the back of a motorcycle, I've been kidnapped by the terrorists.
Well, let's move on to this one, man. What'd you think of the Apex trailer here with Charlize Theron and Taron Egerton doing his best James McAvoy from Split? What'd you think of this trailer, Jeff? Did you like this thing?
Can we get this guy as Wolverine? I'm down.
This looks amazing. I'm more on board now than ever. I agree.
Not a great trailer. Didn't like the song, which is obviously a big part of it, but I guess that's the song that's in the movie, the Chemical Brothers song.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Just like, what year is this? That of all the songs known to mankind, it was an odd choice from director Balthazar Kormaker. Because at first I blamed like the trailer maker, right? Who just picked a bad song, but no, they're going off the movie. Listen, I'm excited for this movie because I like the idea of like him hunting Charlize. Two really good actors, but this is most likely gonna be Netflix tripe, right?
Is Taron becoming like a little bit of a Netflix prince over there? With that what was the Carry On, that film, and then now this? Do you think
he's caught in between? Like he is a TV, like he did Blackbird, he did Smoke. Like I think he can be the lead of a TV show,
right?
To be the lead of a theatrical feature right now, and get like now you're competing with the Timmys and the Austin Butlers and the Jacob Elordis, and
it's a lot harder.
I think in the right thing, right? When you're Elton John or whatever, like he can be the guy, but
right.
It's just so many other options out there. I think that he is kind of relegated to doing stuff like this for streamers.
Yeah, he's got to work. Man's got to work, and I'm sure they're paying him a nice amount of money to do
it.
He's good. Yeah. Mike says, I think Roxy just basically said that Richardson shouldn't have gotten a fight in front of his kids. Well, yeah, that's understandable, but a man puts his hands on you, and like he didn't like if he pummeled the guy for like a minute, then I might have an issue with that. But he took care of the man, subdued him, then he let him up. And I think that's a lesson for his kids.
That's how movies start. It starts with Richardson's kid on the bike being like, Dad, no! And like, Herb stomps him, and the kid's like, you're going to jail forever, Dad.
I learned it by watching you. Right. One last trailer, Jeff. Moana. Your thoughts on the live action trailer and your thoughts on Mr. Dwayne Johnson. Put it on that wig.
That is not Dwayne Johnson. That's Troy Polamalu, right?
With a new Head and Shoulders commercial. That's
exactly. Right. The Rock should definitely be. Maui should be the new spokesperson for Head and Shoulders. Wow, what is the wig budget? That wig costs more than I make in a year. Why are we doing this? I mean, we just saw this. How long ago was Moana? 10 years ago? Really?
9 years ago, but yes.
I am Moana.
But the sequel was a year and a half ago, so I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we just saw this story. Our kids like that. I guess kids grow up fast these days, right? Like, there's a whole bunch of new 5-year-olds out there that need to watch something. I'm glad I don't have kids. I don't have to see all this. I'm good on this. I don't think I need to see this. Do you?
Okay.
Are you going to see this movie?
I have to see this movie. Of course I have to review it.
Why?
A, it's Disney.
Why?
A, it's Disney. It's gonna get views. And B, because it's Dwayne Johnson. Whatever shit I give Dwayne, I still love Dwayne Johnson to pieces. And so I want to cheer him on. I hope this is good. But in my trailer reaction, dude, I was like, yeah, you're a little long in the tooth to play this character, bro. Like, it's just not. It didn't look good. So I'm concerned about it. I feel bad for him.
I don't need to see it. I'm good.
They're going to show it to us at CinemaCon. I have a feeling they're going to show us it.
No, I think they're going to show
What do you think the show?
Nolan said it's Forgotten Island, which is a DreamWorks.
Oh, the DreamWorks animated one. Yes.
I'll definitely be at the strip club that night. Oh,
gabagoo. Jeff, we got to talk about your story that you broke right after our show last week. That Michael B. Jordan is apparently asking for an $18 million salary for Miami Vice. This is what you said. Jordan's new rep at WME, James Farrell, told him to wait until after the Oscars to finish negotiating. And now this is what he's asking for. So the headline from Jordan Rumi is it puts this movie in jeopardy. Do you agree with Jordan, or do you think it's just the price of doing business here?
Definitely doesn't put it in jeopardy.
Okay.
Who is doing this?
I just said Jordan Rumi said Miami Vice reboot in jeopardy. Michael B. Jordan now demanding.
Better. The internet should know better.
Yeah.
I was stunned by this controversy this week. Michael B. Jordan has been in multiple franchises, right? He's done Creed, he's done Black Panther, he's been on numerous hit shows.
Fantastic Four, that's a franchise.
All time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this dude is objectively a much bigger star before he did Sinners than Leonardo DiCaprio was when he did Titanic.
Yes, agreed. 100%. Before he did Titanic.
Titanic performed 10 times better or whatever than Sinners.
Right.
But Michael B. And he got a $20 million payday. Michael B. Jordan deserves an $18 million payday on a movie that cost $150 million, whereas The Beach that Leo got 20 for cost 50. So Leo got 40% of the budget. Is Michael B. Jordan asking for 40% of the budget here? No. Right. And 18 again is the ask. So I don't know if Universal says absolutely, here's your 18, you won Best Actor, of course we want you. Plus we already announced you, basically.
Yeah.
Or if they're like, actually, we think that you're closer to 10 or 12, and then you meet somewhere in the middle around 14 or 15. Still a huge raise for Michael B. Jordan. But like, I just saw a lot of people being like, he doesn't deserve that. He's not this, he's not that. He couldn't do it without Ryan Coogler. Dude, Michael B. Jordan is a huge movie star, and worth every penny of that $18 million. I'm sorry.
What are people like? Are they on? I want to say that's line from Fast and Ridgemont High. Are you people on dope? Like, what are you talking about? Of course he totally deserves the $18 million. He has a great track record. He's a success almost everywhere he goes in his movies. And if they're not a success, it's not because of him or his performances. He's an incredible actor and he's in demand.
He reaches an audience that the other stars don't reach, right? You could say Austin Butler is just as big a star as him. He's not, obviously. But
That's
even
nonsense.
if you said it, Austin Butler doesn't reach a harder to reach audience, the black audience, the way that Michael B. Jordan does, quite frankly.
I think more people came to see, I don't want to say that. I'm going to get in trouble if I say that, so I'm not going to say that. But he is an essential part of Black Panther's success. A massive part of Black Panther's success. I would put him on par with Chadwick in terms of why that film is successful. Yes, Coogler, of course, but those two as the actors bring people in. If his villain changed the conversation about what Marvel needs to do with their villains. Like, he did that single-handedly in front of his performance of Killmonger. He revitalized with Coogler Creed. Come on.
That's what makes great comic book movies, having a villain who lives up to the hero, right? Like Dark Knight, whatever. It's why it's probably going to be a problem for Supergirl this summer, because that movie's going to have a villain problem.
Yeah, probably true.
I just, with Miami Vice, the movie's not in any like danger of not happening, right? Like, I don't think that anybody's going to fall out. If anybody fell out, it'd be Austin Butler, who's like, well, shit, now Michael's getting all this money. I want more money. And they're like, well, you didn't win Best Actor. And again, it's the same agent. So I think the agent certainly didn't put me up to it. I don't think he's counting on the industry reading my fucking newsletter. Yeah. But I think that having it out there allows him to negotiate for a higher salary for Austin too, right? Yeah. He's ultimately trying to get both of them paid, and Austin is going to get more the more that Michael is paid.
Right. I mean, but I also think if Austin is smarter than, if it becomes an ego thing, then you're an idiot, because that's what ruined the Miami Vice with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. It became an ego thing about money. And that's like, I don't want that happening here. You should be happy to be work with Michael. Yeah, maybe you make half because you're not there. And that's something to strive towards. I will strive towards getting paid that 18 million like Michael. That should motivate. You know, it used to be that you get motivated by that. Now it's like, well, he's getting paid more. I should get paid more. But he's coming in with a bigger resume. Whatever. I was Elvis. Come on, man.
Right, but Caught Stealing did, 10 or 12 million it opened to, right? So like,
which one?
Caught Stealing.
Caught Stealing, right? Exactly. Show me Bike Riders a fucking box office. Come on. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you got to be realistic.
I thought that was an interesting story and very interesting to see just the way that people reacted to it as well.
Yeah.
Miami Vice travels well overseas. Like it's
yes.
one of the it's a very American sort of IP, but the world respects it. Like it did better overseas than domestic, the Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx movie.
Which like Baywatch. Baywatch does better overseas than does in America. So it's just people have this thing about the beach or the Miami life, like it's there, So yeah. Ray says Heath Ledger changed comic book movie villains in my opinion, but Michael B was great. Yeah, well, Heath Ledger changed. I'm saying Michael B changed Marvel villains. That's the difference there. I was very specific on that, Ray. All right, let's see what else we can talk about here. Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on this, man? Stephen Colbert going to the Lord of the Rings to write a movie with his son, who has no experience writing screenplays, and Philippa Boyens. So, your thoughts on this, Jeff? There's a little nepo baby energy around this, but
he was a screenwriter,
huh?
I thought his son was a screenwriter.
I don't. There's nothing that he is listed on as having written. Nothing on IMDb. So
I just think that the problem with this is that you've selected somebody who the country, for the most part, has very strong feelings about.
One way or another. One way or another. Yes.
I mean, half the country really can't stand this guy, right?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't buy into the half is MAGA and half is not. I don't actually think that. I think it's only like 20 to 30% that is MAGA, and that's ever decreasing.
Even still, like it's rare to see a screenwriter hired who, even though he's obviously Colbert and he's an Emmy-winning celebrity or whatever, like
right,
he's baggage.
There is baggage. You're not wrong.
He's a divisive figure. I'm sure there will be people who'll be like, I'm not watching this movie just because Colbert's involved.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Lord of the Rings to know whether like this is a good idea or whether we need a movie based on these 6 chapters that have gone unexplored, or whether every fucking sentence of Lord of the Rings needs to be exploited and brought to the big screen. I don't know. I feel like I've had my fill of it, especially if we're doing, The Hunt for Gollum. Like, what is this Colbert movie then? Is this just like for headlines? Is it just like giving this guy a job because he's losing his show in a month and a half? Like,
well, the irony is that he's about to go work for Warner Brothers, which Paramount is about to buy, and Paramount, owned by Ellison, fired him from his job in essence. So it's going to be interesting if this even happens, Jeff. If this even happens, Jeff, it'll be interesting in the long run.
I know he's a big Lord of the Rings fan, but like, is he like, are we just hiring notable fans now to do things?
Yeah. I want a fresh take on this, man. But we keep going back to the same damn well. Peter Jackson, Philippa Boyens. Let's get Stephen Colbert, who is 61 years old. This is the fresh perspective. Let's get some new blood in here to take it to the next level if you're going to keep going with this IP. And this feels to me a little bit like, you're just kind of mining the shit that's already been there.
To me, it's just like Colbert doesn't. I mean, he is a writer, obviously.
Colbert. I got no problems with Colbert writing. Yeah,
he is a writer, but like, I don't know. It's rare to see someone with his credits get a gig like this. Unless obviously they're a giant celebrity. Whatever though. It's like I don't care enough about this IP to really care one way or the other.
Does this feel like the trilogy you were talking about, though? Does this feel like this is like it's maybe not a trilogy, but maybe this is 3 movies? No?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right.
I would have thought that the trilogy involved The Hunt for Gollum and those cast members
right.
they're casting now. So I don't know if this is like would be the next movie in that trilogy, or if it's viewed as its own sort of dual development sidetrack thing. I don't know.
That's what I wonder, if it's connected in some way. Something in one movie is connected to the other movie, and that's the trilogy in a loose term. But we'll see. Let's get some casting news real quick, Jeff. I know we got to get to the questions soon, but we've got a Kevin Costner and Jake Gyllenhaal situation coming together. What are your thoughts on this? They are coming together in a new movie. We're going to get to see them. Do you like this combo? Do you like this feeling for them? Do you like them being a part of this? What are your thoughts on this, Jeff?
This script has been around a long time, I feel like. A long time. I think Bradley Cooper and De Niro were going to do it for a while.
Yeah.
Supposedly a pretty good script, and they got the girl who's playing Carolyn Bessette now to star.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether this is actually a theatrical feature for Amazon MGM or if it goes streaming only. I think that may depend on how it actually turns out.
Right.
It's right on the line, right? I feel like it's right on the line. But yeah, it's basically like, Jake Gyllenhaal is about to get married, and then his fiance is killed. She dies, and he ends up going on the honeymoon with her father.
So is it supposed to be like kind of a funny film, or is it supposed to be more of like you're going to find out who killed his daughter or anything? What's this?
I don't know if it's a mystery or anything like that. I think it's just like a sad, like, two guys they didn't like each other beforehand, but they bond, over the death of this woman who they both loved dearly.
Interesting.
Maybe gets the father's blessing to move on with his life, or I have no idea.
What's his face? Gyllenhaal likes to do these kinds of films.
Demolition is great.
Demolition, yeah.
Demolition is a great movie that nobody appreciates.
Yeah, yep. I liked him in Demolition. He quietly does these smaller films that not a lot of people watch, but he delivers some great performances in those.
Remain in the same vein. I mean, the Shyamalan movie that he has coming out this fall.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
That could definitely be in the same vein.
Yeah, this one is going to be written by Dan Fogelman. So, yeah, directed by Glenn Ficarra and John Requa for Amazon.
You have some breaking news, John.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, what do you got?
Middle of our show.
Okay.
There's a bidding war underway for a baseball movie.
Yes. Oh, yes, please.
Starring Mr. Tom Hanks.
Tommy H.
Well, and he's going to fuck in this movie. No. It's called The Comebacker. Oh, Jesus. That does sound like baby fucking. Mariel Heller, who directed the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks in the neighborhood. He's being directed. It's based on a short story by Dave Eggers. It's called A Love Letter to Baseball. Hanks plays the pitching coach of a major league pitcher whose life is upended when he's hit in the head by a line drive on the mound. His life changes in all kinds of ways. There's no actor yet as the pitcher. So I imagine it's going to be a younger guy who gets hit in the head, and then Hanks is the pitching coach who sort of stays by his bedside, helps him maybe recover somehow. I don't know.
Wow. That's kind of confusing. Okay.
I can't. I think it's I don't know if it's the pitcher or
Hanks plays a pitching coach whose life is upended when he is hit in the head by a line drive on the mound.
Or is it saying of a major league hurler whose life is upended? Yeah, like it's major league. It is weird, but why would the pitcher be such a big part of it if the guy got hit in the head by a line drive? Wouldn't the hitter feel really guilty?
Yeah. Or is Tom Hanks playing the older version of this guy? Is the young kid
the pitching coach of the pitcher?
Okay, all right.
So I think the pitcher gets hit by the line drive on the mound. He's on the mound. Why would the coach be on the mound?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, plays the pitching coach of a major leaguer whose life is upended. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he's like kind of guiding him through his life after everything changes. Oh,
guy must get knocked out cold because there's no crying in baseball, as we all know.
Yeah, no. Who's going to play the pitcher? That's going to be interesting.
I don't know.
You can say Glen Powell again. I
was going to say Elordi.
Oh, Jacob Elordi.
Got that pitcher, those arms.
Fuck yeah. I love that. Oh, I love that.
Jacob Elordi as a major league pitcher working with Tom Hanks.
I bet he fucking loved to work with Tom Hanks.
Do this in 5 seconds. This will take a week for development executive to go down the list and say, the box office says I should be doing this. It's going to be Bill Skarsgård. No. He's already bankrupted one studio this week. How many studios can this guy bankrupt?
All right, real quick, man. What about this? Adam Sandler, Willem Dafoe coming together for the new Scott Cooper film, and of course, him coming off the disappointment of the Bruce Springsteen film, which is available on Hulu for those who have Hulu. But they are coming together, Willem Dafoe and Adam Sandler, for this film. Gabby Hoffman's in this. Steve Zahn, F. Murray Abraham, one of my favorites, and Adam Horovitz are part of this. Jeff, looking at the cast, does it feel like a certain story being told here? What are your thoughts on this? Do you like them coming together under Scott Cooper's direction?
Not really.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Don't really love Scott Cooper.
Okay.
Scott Cooper's a 2.5 star director. He hasn't really made has really connected with me on a 3-star level, nor has he honestly, he's kind of like Ratner as a director.
Yeah.
Ratner didn't hit a lot of home runs, but I don't think Ratner really directed a lot of bad movies either.
Sure.
So I don't love it. I think Sandler probably could have aimed higher. I also would have liked to have seen him do a proper Sandler comedy. I know he's getting older and probably can't keep knocking shampoo and conditioner bottles together. But there are a couple of comedy. I want comedy to come back, right? And Sandler's got to help lead the charge for that. This project just sounds a little boring, like a guy who loses his job and doesn't have it in him to tell his wife or his family, so he just like fucks around and it gets worse and worse and worse. All the lies, it could be really good. It could be a remake movie. Who knows? Right? Yeah. But sounds a little Netflixy.
Yeah, it's what's it based on? Yeah, the 2001 film from filmmaker Laurent Cantet. This sounds like it is a French film.
Possibly. He's a good filmmaker, Laurent Cantet.
Okay, all right. Cantet Timeout. It's called Timeout.
Yeah. He did the class.
He did the class, which won a Palme d'Or. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Oh, Jeff, you wanted to review this film real quick. Yeah. This film is out there this weekend. What's it called? Want to Kill You? Your thoughts?
They will kill you.
They will kill you. What?
Not a good movie.
That's not what Rotten Tomatoes tells me. Go ahead. Yeah,
yes. Again, it's down to 70 now. At least I checked it today.
Oh, okay.
I sold on my Calci bet. I had a feeling I was going to lose when the dust cleared. Yeah, I saw that movie and I was like, oof, I'm going to lose. Bad movie.
Wow.
Just so stupid. I don't even know where to begin with it. Like a raid in a hotel.
Yeah.
Satanic cult. I mean, the direction isn't bad because I heard that this was testing well and that it was like a buzzy.
Yes.
For Carol Soccer. There are some cool, nifty directing moves here, but there's no story. It's just like so bare bones. Like you don't care about any of the characters. You don't care about the rescue mission. The villains are dumb. No, I did not care for it. And the marketing also kind of was like a bait and switch. Like it's masking a pretty significant element of this movie.
Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes, the top critics. Let's see. Angie Han at the Hollywood Reporter liked it. Kyle Smith did not like it. David Fear, Rolling Stone, did not like it.
It's better than Scream 2 and Ready or Not 2, but like not by much.
Duralde gave it 1 star. Dazzle taking for grinding and monotony. Yikes.
It's not good.
Oh, Perry liked it. Monica, Katie Reif liked it, a B-. Tallarico did not. Navarro liked it, and Zachary Lee at the Rap liked it. So interesting. So
about any of these people.
I just wanted to bring it up like these are the top critics. So anyway, quote unquote top.
God bless it, Barry. We love
Barry. There you go.
Everybody else.
I'll give it a shot. I want to like it, but I agree with you. I feel like I'm going to get a Scream 7 or a Ready or Not 2 experience out of this, or even what was it? Project Artemis, Hotel Artemis. I thought that was okay, not great. So yeah,
it's like 82 minutes.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of, I was going to say this. Speaking of very short running times,
yes,
I've heard. I don't have confirmation. Okay. I've heard that the David Spade movie with Theo Von.
Oh yeah,
I've heard it's not even an hour.
Is it still a movie at that point? But all right, yeah. All
right. Anything over 40 minutes is considered a feature. Well, like how do you get people to pay for that in a theater, like full price? not an hour. Like
it's gonna tank. Listen, that stuff doesn't transfer.
There's a whole themselves. Like, I'm sure maybe they ran out of money. I don't know.
That stuff doesn't transfer. Yeah.
Don't take that to the bank. I don't need fucking Theo Von's fans coming after me. And Spade's my man. But that is what I heard.
God forbid get their flannels in a tizzy.
Movie's called Bus Boys.
Bus Boys. Yikes. Anything else? Zach Cregger's Weapons getting a rollout on theatrical, not Weapons, but his new film here, Flood, getting a theatrical rollout. You happy about that, or does that say anything about their approach?
So happy, guys. Like, I was unhappy today, and then I heard that Flood was going to get a theatrical release a couple years from now.
You like Zach? That's why I'm asking you. All right. Fine.
I actually got the script for it this week in case anybody wants to pony up and make me a little offer. But I think it's an early draft. I've heard it's changed and improved since the draft that I received.
Gotcha. All right. Well, this Cliffhanger reboot is apparently on hold now, ladies and gentlemen. Put this in your mind because Rocha Entertainment, the indie film distributor, is facing a serious financial crisis. Multiple sources indicate it has struggled with cash flow since its launch and has allegedly failed to pay vendors, consultants, and partners, leading to halted work and potential legal threats. And this is what you were referencing about a couple of minutes ago here, Jeff, with Sarsgaard. So your thoughts on this? I'm kind of happy we're not getting this Cliffhanger reboot for now. So what are your thoughts on this for Rocha, man? Is this done?
Exactly. Once the word is out like this as a distributor, you're already done. Nail in the coffin. Like, Cliffhanger is going to be the movie that's going to bail your company out. These guys can't pay their moderator from Dead Man's Wire screenings.
Oh no!
I'll let you take a guess as to who the moderator is.
Yeah. But baby. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you can't pay a $500 moderating fee or whatever the fuck it is, I think you've got trouble releasing a movie in August. Listen, this doesn't surprise me. I know the guy at the top of this company. I would not trust him with the change in my car. I think he's a crook. He reminds me of my old boss.
That guy.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Megan Colligan, who was in charge of Rocha Creative, like, that she didn't know who she was really getting into business with, or did they really think that Dead Man's Wire, like, all we need to do is just release one movie and it's a good movie and it'll be a hit and we'll have enough money to, like, operate? Like, that's insane. It's insane that you thought it was going to be Dead Man's Wire of all the movies too, which was, quite frankly, not a very good movie.
Yeah.
And they had, like, merch for it and stuff. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on right now? It was so weird. So they bought all these movies, right? Cliffhanger, Charlie Harper with Nick Robinson and Amelia Jones. Like, no, that's like a vertical title. You can't expect to go theatrical with a Nick Robinson, Amelia Jones movie. Right. And then on Apatow's movie,
Poetic License
is already looking for a new distributor. They're like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
And, like, none of these deals, that's the other thing. All these deals that you read about, isn't it just amazing how it's like Rocha can be like, actually, we don't have to pay you this giant penalty.
Right.
Because we never accepted release of the film. Like, you're trying to give us the deliverables and we're, like, throwing up our hands like we're not touching it. Right? We're not accepting release because if we do, then we have to pay you.
Right.
Just like the OpenAI shit.
Yeah.
Talk about next, but it's like,
that
was a deal that was announced, $1 billion investment. People, like, could pick up the phone, order Disney stock, right? Wall Street is affected by this.
Yes.
And then at the end, they're like, oh yeah, the deal was never papered. Never mind.
Yeah. We're out. Yeah. Well, what do you think about this, though? Just to go forward with this, like, we're seeing a lot of these companies go bankrupt. Braun, all of these smaller indies come through and they just go immediately belly up a few years later. No, this is not the time to be getting into this situation, I feel like, unless you've got some really strong foundational things going on in the construction of your company. You're going to fall apart, because if one movie can knock you out of the game, you were never that strong to begin with as a company.
Right. You have to be really well capitalized. You have to have a stomach for losses.
Yes.
You have good taste. Like, you can't come out of the gate spending $5 million to acquire Gus Van Sant's new movie.
Yeah.
They're $5 million giving it like an awards campaign.
Right.
The movie makes 2.5. right? So it's like you're
Right.
basically making $1 million on a $10 million investment.
Yeah.
Maybe you get another million in ancillaries and like selling off rights and shit like that.
Right.
How are you supposed to make 10 million? You thought this movie was going to gross $20 million?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
What are you smoking?
Crazy. Yeah, exactly. But the OpenAI stuff, this is interesting, though, Jeff, right? We'll finish here before we get to the questions. But this was Bob Iger's final big strategic deal, and now it is over after Bob Iger stepped down here. But like the Sora thing is done. OpenAI is on the ropes now, and they're trying to adjust. There are other AI things coming down the road, but do you think this is the beginning of the popping of the bubble on AI, Jeff? What are your thoughts on this?
Listen, I think AI, just like all these things that just seemingly happen overnight.
Yep.
I mean, AI has always been around, right? I mean, there's a Spielberg movie, AI.
Yep.
Yep. But it just kind of exploded this year.
Yeah.
Just like NFTs and all this other shit that I've seen come and go.
Yep.
Matter of months. And it just feels like a giant grift. And I think that people also, and I think this is why OpenAI also ultimately closed down Sora. They realized that the real money is in selling to businesses. It's not selling to people like you and I.
Yeah, exactly.
We only have so much money to spend on AI.
Someone said it really well that 90%, like people think that everyone wants to be a creator when it's really 95% of the people just want to scroll and see what you made. They don't want to build it and do it and spend the time to create it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's a good point, John. So, AI is the future, but it's not necessarily the right now.
Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, AI is going to ruin Hollywood." And it's like, nah, man, dude, people don't want to spend the time to fucking do that shit.
John, people want to know about the Christopher Dent role.
Did you already talk about this?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any new names here, but I have an idea.
Okay, go. You have an idea. Go ahead, my friend.
Who's age appropriate? Who's involved in those Apes movies? Who's also known for playing, dark characters, and they're in business with Warner Brothers right now.
Jesus, I don't know. You put a lot of things in there.
I did. So think of an older gentleman involved in the Apes movies.
William H. Macy. No. He was in the Apes movie. He was in the Apes movie. Andy Serkis? Is that what you mean?
No.
James Franco?
He was old. I think old.
John Lithgow was in the old. He was in the first one.
There
Lithgow. Whoa! What do you think with Lithgow?
Could you see John Lithgow as Christopher Dent? Is that an interesting name? Dumbledore. He's over at Warner Brothers. I don't think that they're filming a Harry Potter season 2 anytime soon necessarily. I think he'd probably be free this summer. He has a history with Reeves. He's age appropriate. He's played the serial killer Trinity on Dexter. He's played some crazy roles like Cliffhanger, like Ricochet. Could you see John Lithgow maybe trading on that connection with Reeves?
I mean, he's 80. So how old is this dad supposed to be? I don't know.
I mean, fucking Sebastian Stan's 43. Why couldn't Christopher Dent have been 37 when he had him?
I guess that could work. Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, I think he's a damn good actor, so I wouldn't put it past them doing it. And he's played villains, as you said. What? Skywalker says John Lithgow is like, I need you to go back and watch John Lithgow, Ricochet, John Lithgow in
John Lithgow's a tremendous actor.
Yeah. Please. He can play villain, he can play straight. Like Cliffhanger is hilarious in Cliffhanger.
If we're saying, look who's passed at the role, like forget Brad Pitt, forget Daniel Craig. I don't know where this shit's coming from. Who did I tell you passed on the role? Stellan Skarsgård
and Robert De Niro. Right.
You don't think John Lithgow is cut from that same cloth?
I agree. He is.
Yeah. He is. So
I could go that direction.
Just saying.
They're probably gonna get Pacino.
The name coming back to other than Lithgow is Richard Jenkins.
Oh yeah, Richard Jenkins is a great actor. Love him.
Jenkins would be very interesting. Yeah. He's currently on DTF St. Louis. Again, HBO, Warner Brothers. He's always good. He's always
catch up. I gotta catch up on that. All right, let's get to the questions. Hashtag is going crazy. I want you to calm down. Calm Damn. All right, let's get to the super chats here. Max Law says, Rocha distributor failed so quickly. Is there any hope for the films left in limbo, Poetic License, Cliffhanger, and Charlie Harper? We just discussed that, Max, so I don't know what more you can add to it, Jeff. Anything more you want to add to that or no?
I mean, yeah, we just discussed it.
Yeah. So we'll hope we answer that for you, Max. Max also says, any updates on Megan Parks' next film, Die Alive? After a bidding war, I'm curious where it lands and who is involved.
No, I don't have any updates on that one either.
Okay, neither do I. Cricky says, hello, John and Jeff. Your podcast is my absolute favorite and the perfect boost during my marathon training, especially on those tough, long runs. Thanks for keeping me going and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Cricket, and thanks for taking us with you. Also, I just read an article yesterday about the London Marathon. They're going to split it up into 2 days. Does that mean more people can qualify? Should I start training now for next April's London Marathon? Let me know, Cricky. What can I do to train? Jay Prizzy 99 says, hey, good day, Jeff and John. Can I please recommend an Aussie movie called The Cost? It's a revenge thriller, Jeff Sneider coded movie. Give it a go, Jeff.
I will look that up. I'm gonna open a tab right now.
The Cost. Yeah, Jordan Fraser. Matthew Holmes directed, Jordan Fraser Trumbull, Damon Hunter, and Kevin D. It only has a 6.2 on IMDb, so that makes me worried a little bit. We'll see. All right, Max Loth also says, John Goodman has never got an Oscar nomination. Could this be his year with Digger? Also, are you hearing anything good on the Dog Stars? I have not. Jeff, have you heard anything on Dog Stars?
I have test screening reviews of both movies fully edited on my computer. That's one of the things I did this week. Digger will be, I'll put that out soon. Tied to like 2020. I mean, maybe I'll publish all three at the same time. I don't fucking see. That's the thing. You get this information, and then it's like, well, when do I present it, and how do I present it? Do I hold on to this because there's going to be a better opportunity for it? Can it slot in better somewhere else? I've heard John Goodman is good in Digger, but I've also heard Riz Ahmed is good. So, two supporting performances.
Get that Riz. The Lawardo says, boys, I'm heading to LA from Sydney on the 20th to the 22nd. Nice. I know you're both thinking of a meet and greet with your fans. I don't recall. Okay. Would this be a time that you would consider? I'd be willing to host the event. What does that mean? Do you have a contact? Do you have a place that you could host?
Yeah. Are you staying in a mansion here in the hills? What are we talking about? Lawardo?
Let us know. But this is how we die. We go because of some stranger hosts something in a mansion and we both end up dying.
Let me see if I'm even available. I am free that day, and I will be going to the dentist the 21st. So
aren't we at CinemaCon during the?
No, that's the 13th through the 16th.
Okay, all right.
Derek Johnson's back.
Derek, we missed you. Wiley obviously says, I'm back after your recommendations on watching The Rock and Con Air. Both first-time watches for me. I know both films are beloved by a lot of people. I like both, but Con Air is better in my opinion. No. I agree, Wiley.
No,
I agree.
No, that's crazy talk, Wiley.
I agree with you, Wiley. The Rock is the more quotable movie, but Con Air is the better film. 100%. 100%. Or more rewatchable. I just don't buy Nicolas Cage.
Give you rewatchable, but The Rock is one of these movies is part of the Criterion collection. One of these is not. So, Mike
only in DVD. So please, so's Armageddon. Jordan Garvine says, hey guys, rewatched one of my recent faves, 2024's The First Omen, and can't believe Nell Tiger Free didn't blow up after this movie. I know she's in Cliffhanger, but have you heard of any other projects? Well, I don't know if she's in Cliffhanger anymore. Jeff, The First Omen.
Yeah, the movie was okay. Arkasha Stevenson, I think, did that one. She did a good job with it.
Okay.
Nell Tiger Free. I liked Nell Tiger Free in Refn's Prime Video series with Miles Teller. Tough name, Nell Tiger Free. Not really a movie star name.
Yeah, English.
Yeah, would like to see her in more stuff, but a lot of competition out there for young actresses, right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, because she had Servant. She was apparently really good in Servant. I remember her in Game of Thrones. That's right. Yeah. All right.
I like her. There's just there's a lot of competition.
It's true. BTFBM says, Jeff, you need to watch the Harry Potter films, man.
Do I? I saw the first one. I saw the last one just to make sure that shit was over.
Yeah. You watch the third one. Watch the 5th, 6th, and 7th one. You don't need to watch the
watch them all except 2 and 4.
Don't watch the first 2. Don't watch 4.
I don't need to go back. I'm good.
Okay. Matt 52493 says, if Sadie is Jean, does that change up who they cast as Cyclops? I feel a Harris Dickinson type would look too much older than her. Why does Cyclops have anything to do with Jean? They're not.
Why does he look too much older than her? I don't think he does.
Jean is an OG. Cyclops could look older, maybe. I don't know, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't think they would care about the ages, you know?
Like 6 years apart, those two actors.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big a deal.
I agree. James Diziel official says, what about Woody for Dent? Worked with Reeves in Apes. Oh, Woody Harrelson for Chris.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I love Woody. Nobody loves Woody more than me. I don't see it there.
Figs 1210 says, Jeff, heard anything on the Great Beyond test screening? Heard there was one a few weeks back.
Not really. No, I haven't. Other than I think that movie could use some help.
Oh, okay. There you go. Let's see what else we got here. Fiona George says, hey guys, sorry, I hate to be that person, but John, your camera is going a bit blurry. Yeah, only when I go closer, then it gets blurry. I know. Thank you, Fiona. I appreciate it.
Have you seen Deconstructing Harry?
Yeah, that's the Woody Allen movie. Yes.
Right, where Robin Williams is blurry the whole
that's right.
I love that bit. That's such a great bit.
I agree.
Out of focus the entire movie.
Do you smell sulfur? I smell sulfur. Alan Smithy, 92, as up, Alan says, great to see you on the movie fights, Rocha. Thank you. You were intense, but everyone knows Ryan Gosling's best performance is Only God Forgives. Even God was scared by that performance. I'm sure Sneider agreed.
Definitely not. Sneider definitely does not agree.
Yeah, my answer was Drive. Coy took Ken from Barbie, and Eric took Project Hail Mary, I think. I can't remember. So it was fun.
Nobody does Place Beyond the Pines. Nobody does Half Nelson.
No. I think I got screwed, though, at the end. If you guys watched the fights, I was going to win. Both Spencer and Eric were on my side, but Hal ruled against me, and then Coy got the victory. So I'm going to say right now I got screwed, and I need to be brought back.
It was rigged.
DUI. It was rigged. DUI Champ says, hey, Rocha, what did you think of the Peaky Blinders movie? And more than that, how about that ending? Other than the end of 6 Feet Under, has an ending song ever been so fitting? Yeah, I thought that was a great ending, and I like the movie. Have you seen this? Yes, Jeff? Are you a Peaky Blinders person?
I've never seen a second of Peaky Blinders. What song did it end with?
Oh, God. What's the fucking name of that song?
Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders.
Oh, my God. What was the fucking end song? Damn it. I forget right now.
The end song, John?
Yeah, Red Right Hand by Nick Cave. Yeah,
that's right. Version of that, right?
Yeah, Nick Cave is amazing.
Does somebody get their hand cut off in the movie? Is that how it ends?
Figuratively. Nick Cave did a great soundtrack for The Proposition, man. Fantastic 314. I would have paid $10 to the Ritchson Defense Fund.
He needs it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Wiley Webb says, as a Potterhead, I've been so down about them making a show because of how special the movies are to me, but I got to admit when I am wrong because I really liked the trailer. Yes, a lot of people did, Jeff. A lot of people did. Yep, exactly. Reggie Brown, last week I spelled Chalamet wrong, and you thought I meant Charlemagne the God. My bad. Yes. How about swap out Austin Butler for Chalamet? And MBJ, Chalamet, Miami Vice would make way more at the box. It also would cost more. If you're going to get Chalamet and MBJ, that's the competing salaries right there, Jeff. $20 million each.
I don't think I see Timmy as Sonny Crockett. I'm sorry.
I don't think he'd share the screen with MBJ. Like both of them are such like,
in the right thing, they would in the right thing, but I mean, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't like. Cartoon 49 thoughts on Bryan Singer's new movie trailer. I didn't even fucking watch it. I don't care.
I have tickets tonight.
Do you really? You liar.
No.
Isn't it the John Voight Monument movie or whatever?
Joe Mazzello.
No thanks.
Okay.
Reeves fan, could Ray Fiennes or Ed Harris be Chris Dent? Ooh, Ray Fiennes, or I like that, Jeff.
I don't know that I love Ray Fiennes.
What?
I mean, listen, he's a great actor, but not who I picture for that. Ed Harris would be good, and Ed Harris just spent how many months hanging out with fucking Amy Madigan on the trail and all the Warner Brothers people. Like
exactly. Yeah.
I also love Run All Night.
Good Liam Neeson movie.
How I imagine like Christopher Dent. So I would love Ed Harris over Ray Fiennes, to be honest.
Good Liam Neeson movie. Joel Kinnaman too is damn good in that movie.
That's a good movie. Run All Night. That's from Brad Inglesby, the guy who did Task and Mayor of Easttown.
For all the that makes so much sense. For all the vehicles he did, there are some gems in those run. Like A Walk Among the Tombstones. That's a fucking excellent movie. And Run All Night's damn good as well. Messrs. McCall, craziest source story. You're insane. Has one of your sources been busted? Chuck Norris once peed in a semi-gas tank that semi is known as Optimus Prime. R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jeff, you ever had a source get busted?
I think so. Once. I think I took down whatever they did, or they asked me to take it down because it was too obvious that it came from them or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think any maybe the person who got busted, they probably got reprimanded, but I don't think they lost their job over it. It's just listen, we have a person who we pay good money for to distribute these releases as they see fit.
Yeah.
I
always send the tweet I'm going to post to my source to be like, or sources to see do you like it or not? Do you agree or not? So.
I would never give up a source. I mean, I've had people offer me things too, and I'm like, no, go fuck yourself.
Exactly. Agreed. Hashtag pie. I sent you this in Streamlabs tip, but I'll send it here. Do you all have any info about who will be on the team for the X-Men reboot? Will the Punisher special or Vision Quest tease anything MCU X-Men? I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, no idea about the last question. Any info who will be on the team? No.
Yeah. They're keeping that pretty tight-lipped for now. Because it's a ways off.
I think Kitty Pryde is going to be part of it, though.
Okay. Kitty Pryde? All right. Fiona George says, also, don't know if you guys have seen that Damson Idris is going to be in a new Netflix series where he's playing a British spy. I did not see that. Did you see that, Jeff?
I don't remember.
Damson Idris. Okay. Did you ever see Snowfall? I might have to give Snowfall a shot at some point.
I think I watched the pilot.
Okay.
I never really gave it a fair shot, no.
Okay. I don't see it listed here. Is it Children? I don't know if it's Children of Blood and Bone. Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Okay.
No, that's going to be a big Paramount movie next year.
Oh, okay. All right. Hashtag pie. Well, will the live-action Tangled remake include characters like Cassandra from Tangled the series, as well as some plot elements and songs from there too? I imagine plot elements and songs. I don't know about Cassandra. I don't know if they'll.
I didn't even know there was a Tangled the series. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hashtag pie. Sorry.
We'll see.
But we did answer it.
Shogun Do. Kurt Russell's Christopher Dent.
Yes.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Bling. We did sort of see him play, Pratt's dad already in Guardians.
Oh, right. You're right. Right. Jay Bling, coming soon, based on true story, starring Alan Ritchson. Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, I like that idea. Put that on Amazon Prime.
I think we should get T-shirts made. Mr. Ritchson's neighborhood.
That's a great idea.
That's good.
I love that.
Everyone in the neighborhood would buy that shirt.
Brit XOXO37 says, my advice needs a strong female lead supporting role. Anna, Margot, maybe. Margot, no way she does that. Anna de Armas, I could see Anna de Armas. Jeff, what about you?
This is where you go, Sydney.
Sydney Sweeney in a Miami Vice?
Yeah, and you have these two guys fight over to the death.
You think you got to get a Latina, bro? There's a Latina and a black woman in the original Miami Vice. You got to get a Latina.
Adrian Arjona? She's already with Michael in Thomas Crown Affair. So no,
that's true. That's why I say Anna de Armas. Anna de Armas is a possibility.
By the way,
yeah,
with Adrian Arjona replaced Taylor Russell, right? I'm told if people pressed on that situation, that would have been interesting to see what would have happened this Oscar season.
Really?
There's all the Josh Safdie stuff, right? Yeah. I don't know if Timmy caught any of that shrapnel, but I think if anybody had looked closer into certain situations, things may not have happened the way they did.
Interesting, Jeff. All right. Message to McCall says, do you like Invincible and the Ted TV show? I love both. Yeah, I like Invincible, but I got to catch up. What about you, Jeff? You watch anything? Or the Ted? Is that Ted Lasso?
No, Ted the teddy bear.
Oh, Ted, right. Yes, on Peacock. Oh, we haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I watched a couple of the episodes from the first season, and it wasn't the same without Marky Mark.
I know.
Invincible, I started watching. I think I watched like a season and a half of Invincible, and then I was like, "Oh, this is animated," and I stopped watching.
Jesus, Derek, thank you so much. Good to see you again. Love the new profile pic. Look at him. Thank you so much for the kind support, Derek.
If every one of you did that, then we could retire.
We could afford guests. That Shadow 790 says, are there any TV shows that have come out or are coming out before the Emmys deadline that will give The Pit a run for its money?
I mean, I don't think The Pit is a lock this year.
Okay.
It hasn't been as good.
That's what a lot of people have said. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's been good. You know,
Right.
it's The Pit, but I think that the surprise has worn off a little bit.
Okay.
Shows that could, I mean, that's a tougher question. I'd have to really see the list.
Yeah.
I mean, well, when did Task come out?
I'm going to give you the solo for this one. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think is Task in this cycle. I don't even know. It's so hard to tell with the eligibility dates. But now the Task is getting a second season with Mahershala Ali, no less. That is now a drama series, not a limited series. Guys, I don't have access to I can't go to the next question. So let's see. Will Tom have a new trilogy? Is it confirmed? That's Spider-Man, I assume you're asking. I have no idea if he'll have a new trilogy. It seems unlikely. That seems like a lot of fucking Spider-Man movies, plus all of his Marvel appearances. So I'm gonna say no. How about J.K. Simmons or Bryan Cranston for Dent? I can't really see J.K. Yeah, I don't know if I see that, but Cranston I could see. Cranston would be pretty interesting as Dent. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd like to hear what Rocha has to say about those names. Thank you, Buck Teeth Bandit. Well, I'm going up the list here. I got to be out of here at 6 sharp. If Ronnie B. Good says, if Michael Mann had to bow out of Heat 2, who would be your ideal replacement for Heat 2? I think it'd probably be like Mangold, to be honest.
Okay. All right. You got to be out by 6. Let's run through these. All right. Justin Duck, any buzz on Resident Evil?
No.
Okay. Robert Sanchez, what state of progress is MCU's X-Men reboot script? Is it near a final draft? Is Michael Leslie still involved as the main writer of the movie?
I haven't heard of any other writers boarding the project. I feel like we probably would have heard about a hire like that.
I agree.
I don't know if it's near a final draft. Maybe Jake Schreier's putting his stamp on it, right? Like a director pass.
Yeah.
Got hired to write Fast Forever. So you would assume that he's ready to move on.
Yes, agreed. Let's see. Maybe Fiona George, maybe a crazy idea, but what about Harrison Ford as Christopher Dent?
Ooh.
Shit.
I don't know about that. I don't think he'd do it, but
I mean, he's in the run right now. He's on a run right now.
He is.
Yeah. Adamantium 34, random, but any word on if Disney is going to make more of the Muppet Show of the success of the reboot with Sabrina Carpenter and Seth Rogen?
Did Captain America? I don't think Harrison Ford would do the Batman.
Okay.
Random, okay. Any word if Disney's going to make more of the Muppet Show after the success of the reboot? I have not heard any Muppet related rumors.
I'd be surprised. Take a little while. Matt Sanderson McCall, Derek, send me money. I need a new hot water tank. Matt Sanderson McCall, do something to earn it like we are.
Whoa.
Ronnie B. Good said, I'm just saying, if Michael Mann had to bow out of Heat 2, who would be your ideal replacement?
I said Mangold.
Oh, James Mangold. That's a great choice. Yeah, I'll have to go with that. I agree with you. All right, you read the other ones except for this one. Grand Quest, any update on Robin in the Batman 2? Jeff, have you heard anything?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right.
Nope.
Let's get to the Streamlabs. Thank you, everybody who sent those in. SOD, hey, Jeff.
Wait.
What, okay.
Would you rather see J.K. Simmons or Bryan Cranston?
Probably Bryan Cranston. I think he fits that world more than J.K. I love J.K. and J.K. can play crazy like in Oz, but I think Bryan Cranston fits more.
And will Tom Holland have a new Spider-Man trilogy? Yes or no?
Is it confirmed? No, I don't think he will. I think he wants to leave. I think he wants to go. I think he wants to hand it off. Yeah, Tom wants to go, man. SL says, hey, Jeff, saw someone on Twitter say that Feige really wanted Miles, but Sony said no. Was this for B&D or was it for Secret Wars? Saw this from GeekyCast on Twitter. Yeah, did that the Feige really wanted Miles Morales, but Sony told him no. Do you think that's true for Brand New Day or Secret Wars?
I don't know. It actually wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, agreed. It wouldn't surprise me. Fantastic. Hey, Hot Mike, I love our weekly get-togethers, as do we. Talking about movie shit always gets my weekend started. I love Project Hail Mary, but that movie would not end. It was like they had 5 ending scenes and the exec said, fuck it, put them all in. I don't know that I agree with that, Jeff.
I definitely agree with that. That's definitely in the review tonight. A lot of endings. The movie just kept insisting upon itself. Got to know when to pull the plug on that. It's too long. The movie's too long.
There you go. WV grad. Oh, SL says WVU grad here. Any plans besides CinemaCon while in Vegas? Well, I just got invited to a Street Fighter party, so I'll be there. It's at 10 p.m. at night. I do not go to parties at 10 p.m. at night, but I'm gonna do it because I'm in Vegas.
You're not going to that.
I gotta go to that. If I can get pictures with some of these guys, I think that'll be good. Are you doing anything else in Vegas?
I'm gonna drive with my trusty bong. I'm gonna smoke weed. I'm gonna fucking eat a steak. I'm gonna take Jamie out for a steak.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I'll wind up linking up with a Golden Globe voter and going to a show.
Ooh, there you go.
A good show the last time I was there with a Globe voter. Maybe I'll hit the tables with the Lionsgate people. I don't know.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just so well liked.
There are not many shows there. I looked. There's not many things happening.
I'll show you a good one.
Hello. The Lady Outlaw is going to go to the RuPaul.
Take you to a donkey show.
No, thanks. Jeffrey Tester said, how's the merch coming, fellas? Well, I texted a certain somebody. I'm waiting on it. So hopefully that certain somebody will get back to me.
He's been making T-shirts. He made shirts with our faces on it.
Oh.
He asked me today for a photo. He's
nice.
A sticker. Kid's doing all kinds of weird shit.
I love it. Let him send it, and then we'll get it going for sure. Fred Tess says, hey, Hot Mike, Marvel is playing chicken with Dune 3. Marvel playing chicken with Dune 3 isn't very responsible because they just played Three-Headed Chicken in July and got their clock cleaned. Why risk the Avengers name just because they want to prove they still got moxie? I say move it 2 weeks. Well, Fred, you're not comparing Fantastic Four to Avengers Doomsday, are you? Because it's not even in the fucking conversation. This is a completely different situation. Don't you think, Jeff?
Yeah. I mean, on Marvel, I'm not too worried about this movie.
Ditto. SLT says, with Project Hail Mary, which I truly enjoyed in IMAX in 70 millimeter, which is your favorite modern sci-fi space themed movies? Either Project Hail Mary, Interstellar, Gravity, The Martian, Arrival, or Ad Astra. Also, do any of these compete with 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Give me the list again.
Project Hail Mary, Interstellar, Gravity, The Martian, Arrival, or Ad Astra.
I got to go The Martian and Interstellar.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Jeff on that. Although I think Project Hail Mary has some of the best sci-fi I've seen since 2001: A Space Odyssey for sure.
It's the next below that.
But I think Interstellar is the more epic story.
I'm not a 2001 guy, so I don't care.
No. Okay. But Arrival, I think Arrival's in that conversation as well. I've never seen Ad Astra though, so and I need to see that. I hear it's good. Cinema Kai Nation says, hey guys, I heard a new Karate Kid movie's in development. Do you know any details about this? I do not, Jeff. Have you heard anything?
Nope.
All right. And Pi says, do you have any news on the characters who will be on the team for the MCU? Oh, Pi already asked this, so we answered this already. So would Polaris be introduced at the end of Vision Quest? When's casting going to happen?
Don't know who Polaris is.
It's got Polaris is oh no, that's Havoc. What am I thinking? Hold on. Polaris, I think, is a female in the X-Men. I forget.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Polaris, Dr. Lorna Sally Dane. She appears.
Did you watch Daredevil this week?
I did. I was going to ask you about it, but we were running out of time. We seem to have a little bit of time here at the end. What did you think?
It was fine.
I thought it was a good start to the second season, not a great start, but they've got a lot to clean up for the first season. So, like, you have to give them a couple episodes to ramp into it.
Yeah, I think the problem with that I have with that show is that in some ways Daredevil is the least interesting character.
You're kind of not wrong. Where that wasn't the case with the Netflix shows, which is something they can't seem to solve on this show. I agree with you. Like Karen is more interesting than Daredevil in this show.
I'm just like, get me back to Kingpin and Michael Gandolfini. It's like, that's the show I want to watch.
How you doing? I'm Danny. I'm helping the mayor. I don't know about Gandolfini. I go back and forth on him. I don't know if he's a good actor or not. I don't know if I'm seeing his dad. I don't know what I'm doing.
I kind of like him.
You like him? I liked him in Warfare. I thought he was good in Warfare. I thought he was good in that. Stefano Santos, thank you, Stefano, for that. And is there anything more, Jeff? I don't think that's all the questions. Anything more you want to say?
I was the subject of an article that I read about myself today.
Really?
I was a little nervous.
All right.
So I think it was like 6 weeks ago or whatever when I put out a tweet saying I was available to do screenplay coverage. Jason Hellerman answered me. He writes for No Film School.
Oh,
like, listen, I will give you $150 for notes on the condition that I get to write an article about your coverage.
Oh, okay.
So I was nervous.
Sure.
Because I don't know if he, was going to like my coverage or what he was going to say about it. He literally quoted the entire email in the piece, which I did not know he was going to do. That's fine. And yeah, it was an interesting piece, like whether it was kind to me or not. I thought it was a really interesting article. It broke down 3 different coverage services, essentially. One, like a paid coverage service that was also $150, with a much shorter turnaround time and much more like 10 pages of like notes, right?
Right.
Then he did one for $20 that was AI, and he got like AI notes.
Wow.
And then he just got like my stream of consciousness notes that took way too long to deliver, and were probably more expensive than he would have liked. But he said it was like getting notes from a friend, like having a friend read a screenplay and actually like go through it with a fine-tooth comb and that kind of stuff.
That's not a negative. I feel like that's a positive.
Yeah. I'm not like a premium coverage service. If that's what you want, where it's like plot, character, this.
Yeah.
That's not how I do it. I give one full read all the way through, and then I go back and start at the top and go page by page with just my thoughts. So
good stuff.
Check out that article on No Film School, and I have one other person who's waiting on notes. But if you are interested, slide my DMs and hit me up.
There you go. No Film School. I'm gonna look it up right now. All right, we got 3 more questions, Jeff. As you were talking, #Pi says Polaris is the green-haired daughter of Magneto and half-sister to Scarlet Witch. She was rumored to be part of the MCU X-Men reboot a while back. Yeah, I think it's kind of a deep cut. I think they want to establish things first, and then Polaris will come along. I'd be surprised if they pulled Polaris out early.
Part of the initial lineup, yeah. I don't think so everybody's like, I've been waiting my whole life for MCU and Marvel and X-Men, and so we can get the Polaris character.
Yeah. Plus, I think they want to do right by Elizabeth Olsen after that Multiverse of Madness, so they're going to give her a bigger thing to do before they bring in Polaris. Shadow790 says, is True Detective with Nick Cage still happening? Jeff?
A great question. I do think it's happening, but that's a totally fair question because it's been very quiet. I've been waiting for them to confirm Banderas, right? He was the number 2 guy.
Oh, yes.
And I'm still waiting, so.
Yeah, true. #Pi, is it true there will be 2 Logans post Secret Wars?
It's going to be 3.
3 Logans for the price of 1.
Going with 4 or 5 right now. No, I have no idea.
Neither do I. And one last one. This was from Real Talk 365 last week. We didn't get to his question. Unfortunately, sometimes
you didn't, John. Take responsibility.
Sorry. I didn't get to the question because sometimes Streamlabs, like if you've sent stuff and it's been over 2 hours, sometimes it'll cut it off. So it cut off this question. But here's the question. J.J. Abrams' film The Great Beyond apparently test screened last week, and this was 2 weeks ago. Has anything leaked about how it turned out? And do you think a trailer will come around CinemaCon next month? This is what This is what Real Talk wants. So have you heard anything though from the screenings?
No, I have not. The 3 movies that I have a report from all from the same person, which I actually think is helpful in just like deciphering their taste and like what they think is going to work. Are Digger, The Dog Stars, and Heart of the Beast.
Ooh.
Which is the Brad Pitt, David Ayer movie.
Right. Okay. So, but you haven't.
So I haven't heard anything about the Great Beyond. I haven't heard, one way or the other, really. Other than, I've heard, Glen's in some trouble. We'll see.
Oh man, he's about to shoot the Apatow film too. So
hey, that movie's going to be called The Comeback King. Maybe that's what Glen Powell's going to end up being, the Comeback King. Maybe that'll be his comeback.
I mean, look, Sydney survived 3 flops to get a big movie with Housemaid. Glen, you need to get something big, bro. You need to get something big. Hashtag press. I did want Polaris to debut in the reboot as a fan. Well, of course. But
I figured since you are paying to ask questions about Polaris, I figured that you're rooting for that one.
It's just a very deep cut hashtag pod.
Yeah,
so
I've never heard of Polaris.
Yeah. But they also follow up. But oh well, I can wait. Thank you again for answering my super test, John and Jeff. Of course. Thank you for sending it in. Hashtag. We appreciate anybody. So,
as we appreciate all of you.
Exactly. Let's wrap it up there. Jeff, please let people know where they can follow you and read your stuff.
TheInsnider.com tonight. Essay on Timothy Chalamet. Project Hail Mary review. Oscar recap. Dune trailer thoughts. Just so much thoughts on I Swear. It's a lot. It's been building. It's like 6,000 fucking words. It's too long. But anyways, theinsider.com, subscribe, and love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I share Jeff's love. Thank you, everybody, for the Streamlabs super chats. Always kind of you, especially Derek coming in with those big donations. Thank you, Derek. Thanks to everybody who made the chat very lively. Please remember to subscribe to the channel down below and hit that bell button. Really want to get to 50,000 subscribers this year. Help us get there. And remember, we are a podcast. So if you want to listen to any of our old shows, you don't want to watch our faces, you can go to the John Rocha Podcast Network. Oh, sorry, the Hot Mic. Sorry, no, it's not the Hot Mic is its own podcast. Please subscribe there. We'd appreciate it. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of the Hot Mic. Peace. Until then.